Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys for Stocks. I'm Dylan.
Anthony?
And the market is in a super interesting spot right now. We have Burry's 13F coming up next week, and it's actually going to kind of determine if his short was right or if we're about to take off in the market. So we're going to take a look. Two Super Guys trade stocks. All right. So I've showed this a bunch of times, so I'm not going to spend like a lot of time. This is a super zoomed out version of the SPY going back to early 2018. The blue line is the 200 small moving average, right? The dash gray is 100. So all the green arrows is where it respected the line to almost within 0.5%. You'd have to zoom in on some of these green arrows because it looks like, what are you talking about? It's because it's like a hammer that literally touches it and then shoots up. So super close. Very well respected moving average. The reds are a little bit more ambiguous, where it kind of like shot past it, then came up, So it's important. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Decent success rate.
Decent success rate. So here is the SPY. So as you can see, we went down. This is obviously more zoomed in. We went down. We hit the blue. We popped up to this little resistance. I have put up right here about 438 and change. We then kind of tinkered with the 200, went below it. We came back up. So this is our decision point. So what's happening, I'm not actively shorting. I should say that. I did my reckless short for the year, and I lost probably all of this year's gains. So I'm not shorting. It's just if I want to do covered calls on my stocks is how I'm going to short.
Okay.
Which is not shorting at all, just to be clear. So as you can see, we went right above the 200. We shot up. Let me move my face and I'll get the volume here. It's decent volume. Wasn't anything special. It's definitely above average. We did not cross that support, and we're kind of at a chokehold between the 100 moving and the 200 moving average. All right?
Yeah.
Real quick. Kind of the same thing on the SPY. Same resistance line, about, trying to go over that previous hump. We are at the 100-day moving average. We did not hit the 200.
Okay.
The interesting thing, I've shown this before, these two blue lines are where Michael Burry entered his short. Okay?
Somewhere in there, and then he held it by the end of that blue date there.
Actually, I just realized the first blue line is supposed to be more left. Doesn't matter. It's about right there. Sorry about that. I did this very quickly. Don't worry about
you
that.
did a 45-day period instead of like the whole quarter.
Yeah, it's like it's more kind of right before July. Whatever. It's all good. We're gonna find out Monday if he thinks his short is over. All right. If his options are still there, then we can put more seriousness into, all right, he's actually holding through, at least to a certain point, holding through. And should this be recognized as a possible short? Should we get aggressive with some covered calls? Are we going to hit that resistance? We all have no idea. It's kind of interesting.
If you ask me to put some money on it right now, I'm going to tell you that he's not holding them as of this reporting date. So that would be my guess. I'm going to say no, they're not there anymore.
I'm going to say he lowered his position, but is still holding them.
Oh, still holding a portion. All right. So if he lowered it by more than 50%, does that count?
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say if he's exited it entirely, but he's significantly parted back at the bare minimum, more than 50%.
His position was so heavy. You should take 50%. Because, I mean, you can't hit a home run every at-bat here. He had some – if he exited at the right time, he had some pretty solid gains if he just took 50% off.
Quite possibly. It depends, obviously, on his strikes when the expiration dates were for his options. We don't know that. It's hard to really kind of get too much good information without that detail.
Yeah. And if you guys follow Unusual Whales, I swear there's just a new bad thing happening in the economy every day. So it's tough to see if we're long or short. But if he is still holding, I'm going to do some riskier covered calls, slightly below where we're at. Just saying.
All right. Fair enough. All right, guys. Well, let us know what you think about these ideas. I'd love to hear your thoughts.